Hey, it's Clark Reid back with today's tech headlines. Give us a like if you enjoy these reports, and we'll appreciate that a lot. And you can also subscribe if you want to hit the little bell icon. You'll know when each new report is up and ready for you. The European Union has struck again under its Digital Marketing Act, and it fined Apple $571 million and Meta $221 million for breaches of that act. That, according to CNBC. And the EU says Apple failed to comply with its so-called anti-steering obligations under the DMA. Under the EU tech law, Apple is required to allow developers to freely inform customers of alternative offers outside of the App Store. The tech giant was ordered by the EU to remove technical and commercial restrictions on steering and refrain from perpetuating its non-compliant conduct in the future. As for Meta, the EU Commission found the social media group illegally required users to consent to sharing their data with the company or pay for an ad-free service. This was in response to Meta's introduction of a paid subscription tier for Facebook and Instagram in November 2023, and both companies, of course, will appeal. Google Messages is getting a useful new feature, the ability to blur unwanted nudes. Now, if some clown sends you an unsolicited picture of his equipment, or woman for that matter, Google will blur it out and give you a sensitive content warning on Android. According to ArsTechnica.com, easy for me to say, the option is not live on all Androids yet, but if you're an adult, you'll see it soon, and you'll just get the warning. Then you can peek if you like. If it's a supervised teen's phone, the feature is enabled, and you can't disable it on the child's device. Only the Family Link administrator can do that. The detection of the nakedness is done on the device. Google says the feature is part of its Android system safety core. Apple just calls their version of the feature sensitive content warning. Google says it should be available pretty much on all Android devices running version 9 or higher very soon. Tesla's earnings call was yesterday, and the headline is everywhere that their profits dropped 71% on weak sales, due in no small part to people being angry at Elon Musk's meddling in the government. TechCrunch.com says the electric car maker reported $409 million in net income on $19.3 billion in revenue. They sold nearly 337,000 cars first quarter, all those figures down from first quarter of last year. In fact, first quarter of last year, Tesla did nearly $1.4 billion in profit. The thing is, though, even the $400 million wasn't due to car sales. Tesla made about that much on interest from investments, and it made another $595 million by selling zero emissions tax credits to other car makers. According to its earnings report, without those, it would have posted a loss. Elon Musk is now promising to put out the formerly canceled cheaper Tesla this year, and has put off the robo-taxi vehicle until next year. And he also promised to only spend 1 or 2 days a week at Doge for what he said was as long as the president wants him. With government's Department of Justice versus Google trial continuing, and now it looks like heading into the last stages, the government is set on breaking up Google. And if they prevail, now it will have a little new twist, because OpenAI is throwing its hat into the ring to buy Chrome should Google be forced to sell it. ArsTechnica.com reports that while OpenAI is in bed with Microsoft and their really lousy Bing, they're eyeing Chrome. And, of course, there are other suitors for it, too, but OpenAI would make it be a fully AI-first browser. Chrome has 4 billion users, 67% market share, and that would be a gigantic boost to OpenAI. Google has said that Chrome can't make it on its own, but that another alternative would be making it a freestanding company anyway. And Google ad placement and other ad placement probably would allow it to survive, frankly. But it's fascinating to think about OpenAI ending up with it, with a Chat GPT search instead of Google's Gemini AI. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.